Oh, wow. This place is trashed out here. Well, so welcome back to Close Enough Garage. It's been a while, huh? I went ahead, I got my surgery. I'm most of the way through the recovery period. I'm not going to delve real far into that stuff, but I'm feeling way better than I did all last year. If enough people are interested, I'll go ahead and make a video detail my experiences with that. But right now, that's not really what this channel is about. There have been some changes. The VTX got the paint job finished. I'm sorry I wasn't able to keep up on those videos. Obviously, I was spending too much of my time trying not to die. So we'll go over that again. I'm going to probably redo that series. I've got some other tanks I'm going to do. I've got a cool paint job in mind too, a little bit of tie-dye stuff. So we'll go ahead and get into that. I've also got another bike out here in the garage. Went ahead for Christmas and bought my wife a 99 Shadow 600 that she can learn how to ride on and get her first motorcycle license on it. But what we're here for today is something I see a lot of online. And I'm going to tell you right now, this whole video is pretty much my own opinion. I don't expect anybody to agree with me. I expect people to approach things with logic and reason and a little bit of intelligence. And, you know, some of you are going to be mad about this because right now I'm going to tell you that's where the disparity in this whole subject comes up is those three things there. So without screwing around too much more, I've still got to clean my garage. I've got another appointment today I got to get to, so you know we're going to get stuff speeding up and moving along here. The subject is darksiding your tires. For those of you that don't know, it's real popular in the cruiser and the touring bike world. They call it Darkside. Basically what it is they take their bike's rear tire off and they put a car tire on the back of it instead. Don't do it. A lot of these guys, and my first point that I want to get to right now is that a lot of these dudes are saying that the reason they're doing it is because of cost. Because you can go on, you know, certain places on the internet that are real popular for ordering things and get a car tire for like as little as $50, put some Chinesium on your bike and roll down the road with it. And that's fine. And they're saying, oh, well, I get 50,000 miles out of it. That's fine too. But when I look at it this way, we have 3 cars total in our driveway. Those are necessary vehicles, especially here in Northeast Ohio. 6 months out of the year, you can't ride your bike. And for half of the 6 months that you can, it's raining. And I'm not taking my nice bikes out in the rain. You can tell me I'm not a real biker and all that stuff because of that. You know what? You've seen what I've got. I got air ride. I've got candy paint. I've got precious metals in the paint. They're either dripping with chrome or just dripping with good looks and good condition in general. And I'm not riding my stuff in the rain. I don't care if everybody else does it. That's fine. It's your stuff. That's the way I'm going about it. But staying on topic here, motorcycle is a non-essential vehicle. You shouldn't be relying on it. Now, I can understand if you're somewhere nicer, like anywhere south of where I'm at, and you're able to ride it all year round and you don't care about the rain and all that. But typically, a motorcycle is a non-essential vehicle. You don't need it. I got 4 two-wheelers out in this garage right now, and I don't actually need any of them. I need my car. My wife needs her car. That truck needs to be running. So, the motorcycles are not something you need to have. So, number one, right off the rip, if you're trying to go the cheapest route for it, you really need to start rethinking things, because that also brings us into the second point. A motorcycle isn't a car. You can't put 10 people on a bike and have it balance itself right there on the ground just fine with no issues. You know, we need kickstands or air ride and sitting on the frame or whatever else, but You have two little baseball-sized contact patches with the road at any given point in time. Do not cheap out on your parts, guys. It's not a matter of saving $200 or $300 to do something the cheaper way. It's a matter of your life and your safety. And even if you don't have a family at home, you got people out there that probably care for you. Somebody somewhere has someone someplace. Do not screw that up by being cheap on stuff. Now, the reason why I'm against Darkside, it's not the look. It's not specifically about cheaping out. I'm not trolling nobody, being like, oh, the poors are angry about this. It's because of the way that they're designed. And if you look at the way a car tire is designed, you have your very well-drawn sidewalls, and then it's flat right across the top. Motorcycle, you got your sidewalls, and the tire's always rounded. The reason for that is because of the way the vehicles themselves are inherently designed. As a car handles, as it takes turns, bumps, any kind of dip in the road, anything else, it handles flat. The car leans, the tires stay flat. When you're in a car, you don't need the rounded bits because you're not pushing it to any edges. You're straight across there. When you're on your bike, how do you turn? You're not twisting the handlebars, you're leaning the bike and you're leaning into the turns. And the roundness of the tire itself actually helps maintain the correct contact patch, regardless of if you're on an off camber or in a turn or bumpy roads or anything like that. It's because they were designed for that vehicle. Now, you're not out there putting airplane tires on your bike. You're not putting lawnmower tires on your car. Everything is designed for a specific reason. And you know what? I might be a very smart dude myself. I'm not smarter than decades and decades of engineering and science that has gone into making these things for those purposes. When you're on a bike, you got shoulder to shoulder of your tire and all the way across in both directions is your contact patch. And that's for leaning into those turns and all that. And there's a lot of dudes out there that they're putting the Darkside on. For example, in my world, they're big ass VTX. That's a big heavy bike. Well, I don't see any difference. It handles just the same. You know what? I hate to tell it to you, bro, but 9 out of 10 of you that say that you don't notice a single bit of difference are probably leaning your bike less to turn than your kickstand does to park it. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry, because you know what? That is absolutely bullshit. You're not going to convince anybody that putting a flat tire where a rounded shouldered one goes is no difference at all. You don't feel any changes and everything's just fine. Because the other percentage of you that's left is saying, oh yeah, it's fine. I just overinflate it so that way it's got a more round contact patch. Okay, you know what? I've actually got tires coming for the VTX tomorrow. Ran over some construction debris that was carelessly left in the road right out here. It was getting close to dark, couldn't see it, whatever. Ran it over, roached both of my tires. They're not safe to ride on. So it's sad for most of the winter time. And I just got on DennisKirk.com. If you're looking for tires, they've got pretty much every tire ever made for a motorcycle. And they've also got good prices and free shipping. It cost me about $400 flat for 2 tires. That's about $200 a piece. One was like $187, the other one was like $218, something like that. Plus your taxes. They do free shipping. They ship it out within 24 hours, and they get it right to you. No, I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not sponsored by them. They haven't sent me an email and been like, hey, you're super popular with your whole 12 people that pay attention. So can you drop a good word? Like, no, it's just a good place to get your shit. And I spent the money. I don't have the money. Guys, I just went through heart surgery. I almost got killed on a motorcycle in 2023. I'm physically disabled. I'm not working. I'm not making a whole lot of money right now. I don't have a whole lot of money right now. Our only saving grace was that I was able to put my wife through college before all the bad happened and get her set up on a good enough path to keep us in the black. So when you're sitting there saying, well, I don't have the money to get motorcycle tires, the car tires cheaper, whatever, I feel it, dude, because I'm in the same situation. So I waited until the opportunity came up. You know, not even my bikes are expensive. Her Christmas gift was $1,600. My lowrider, when I picked that up, was $1,600 stock. Run it down the road for $23 was all it took to get it back on the road. VTX was $3,200. It was the most expensive bike I've bought. Like, I mean, I feel it. We're not flush with cash around here either. But I love my wife and she loves me. And I've got a little girl here at home. And I've got another one grown and doing her own thing. And I'm sure they would all like me to stay around for that. And also my friends and my other people outside of my household. My parents, they're both still with us. I think they would all really appreciate it if I did things the right way, you know, the way they were designed, and you know, kept myself coming home safe. So, at the end of the day, don't do it. Don't put a car tire on your motorcycle. There's a couple thousand or more people out there that will tell you that it's the right way to go and it's fine, but you know what? There's a whole lot of people out there that truly believe the earth is flat too. And they've got all these reasons to tell you why. You know, I'm not going to get political. I'm not going to get into societal issues or anything else. But there's a lot of people out there that are on a whole lot of bullshit. So if you go on these online forums and these groups and you read it, and this guy from the middle of nowhere, Kentucky, with a half duct taped Harley Davidson is telling you, oh yeah, I put Darkside on my bike 12 years ago, brother. It's fine. I've had no problems, brother. Just watch out for them grass clippings. You know what? Fuck that guy. Because he's wrong. Like, we're all online experts. I'm sitting here making videos telling you what I know like I'm an online expert. You know, but it's like I said, I'm going to trust the science. I'm going to trust all the engineering. I'm going to trust, you know, what, 100 and some years of people designing things for vehicles and trial and error and finding out what the best way is. There's a reason they aren't putting out flat tires for motorcycles. You know, there's a reason they're not putting out round tires for cars. There's a reason why when you walk into your tire shop for your car, it's got that poster on the wall that shows, you know, if you're getting wear in the center of your tire, it's because it's overinflated and it's cupped up and it's causing damage there. You know, they tell you right there what's right and what's wrong, and it's not a money thing. Because you're already at the tire shop because you need tires. Why, you know, they're not going to sit here and be like, oh yeah, you've got these problems too. No, it's a tire. You're already there to get it changed. So, personally for me, I'm not doing it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'll show a little bit of the wife's new bike. And we actually have our first genuine sunlight since I got this bike painted. So, it's sitting in the driveway. I'll take it out and do a quick video with that too. And just kind of show off a little bit. And then, like I said, we'll come back and we'll go through and get some more paint shots done. I'm doing a few motorcycle tanks just to be able to represent what I can do, and then hang them on my garage wall for the rest of my life. So when it comes time to do those, we'll go ahead and get through all this stuff again, pick up where I left off right after the basic bodywork, prime and base coat, and show you guys a little bit of what I do here and how you can do it just as easily at your home too. So before we get to the other bikes, I do want to thank everybody for checking me out. Thank you all for coming back. It's good to be back. I'm happy to be feeling so much better than I was last year. Stay safe out there. Do the safe things. Use the safe equipment. You're not wearing a kitchen colander for a helmet. Don't put a bike or a car tire on your bike. Go ahead, do the like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. You know what to do. Y'all have a good day. Hopefully we've helped somebody else today. And here we go. It ain't much, but it's a little bit better than that scooter. That thing wouldn't top 25 miles per hour there. And it didn't feel right having her learn on that, because You really can't learn bigger bike habits on something like a scooter or a Grom or something like that. I can get into that another time. Rodeo's still hooked up to the life support there and waiting for wintertime to be over. Got the new registration under the seat waiting. Got all the dryer sheets plugged in everywhere. All that good stuff. So, I'm not great with phones, and this is a new phone. Yep, picked her up. Spotless little 600 Shadow. She's going to enjoy that. He's got kind of a janky handmade seat on it, but my wife's actually getting into hand leather working, so she wants to replace that herself. But it's a good running little bike. It starts right up, fires up, runs good, goes through all the gears. I was so disabled when we picked it up that I couldn't actually ride it home before her. So the guy we bought it from came and dropped it off for me. He followed us back home. We'll get up here, get 13,000 miles on it. This thing's going to have a lot of life left in it for her. And then as promised, before I'm done here, is my fat girl. Look at that. It's got all that flake through the black. And then it's got flake through the purple, all the airbrushing. That's .999 pure silver leaf on it. Look at those patterns all taped off. It really couldn't have come out any better. We got a little bit of a biker joke on the license plate frame here. Hog cranked, pants shid, God bless. Love you, Harley guys. Boomers. Look at that. Look at the way that lace pattern pops out in the sunlight. So I actually did the whole paint job from start to finish myself. And then I just physically quit being able to get around that well. So I did have a buddy of mine drop some clear coat on it. I can't remember off the top of my head what brand it was, but it was a 2K automotive grade finish that they use in their professional shop. So he did a killer job on that too. Ryan, I thank you so much for it. Every time I look at it, I think about that. It came out so beautiful. And I can't wait for the real warm weather to be here and for me to physically be able to ride again.